Good morning, sweet world, and welcome to the No Dunks podcast presented by FanDuel. It's Monday, November 17th, 2025. I'm Jay Skeets here in the Classic Factory, and alongside me, back from Canada, it's Tass Mellis.
It's so warm down here. It feels good.
Next to him, it's my top shot hot boy, Trey Kirby.
Ayo.
Ayo. And over yonder, making the magic happen, he's a little under the weather right now. Super producer JD.
Hello.
Hey, JD. Oh, yeah, listen to that voice.
Gravelly.
Yeah, I had what you have now.
Oh,
a couple
thanks,
weeks
man.
ago. Yeah,
Thanks.
probably gave it to you. I think. TK, did you have something? No, you didn't.
No, I'm waiting.
Oh, you're gonna.
Yeah, I know. Thanksgiving.
Oh,
See ya.
perfect
Yep.
timing.
Yep.
Yeah, great. How was the John Legend performance up in the Falls?
Oh, we're going to get into John.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, yeah, I got no problem getting into John. It wasn't his best performance. I've been there many times, seen him do it many times. There was a bit of a lounge singer feel.
Okay.
Because I think we were in a casino. And he was catering, he was catering to...
Luck be a lady.
How dare you? How dare you? He put his heart and soul on the stage, because he does. That being said, I think he was catering to the... literally the geezers out there.
Oh, it was an old.
Oh, they're so...
He's singing quietly.
Were you the youngest person there?
No, he was... was I the youngest? No, maybe.
But close.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. We were in the back row. We picked a great row so he could get up and dance. Happy about that.
Okay.
But, I mean, he did a little of the, hey, would you like to come on stage with me? There's no need for a fan to come on stage. He literally got on his knees for that person. He's never done that. He's never done that before. Like, he dropped to his knees, like, like... bowing to her in a way, like praising her, that kind of thing. It was quick. It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't dancing with her a lot. That being said, I just want him to leave his heart and soul on the stage like he did. It was like 2.5 hours of him singing. He'd just, between songs, lights went down. He'd get off stage. They'd, dry him off with a towel, I think. I don't know what happens off stage, but he'd come right back on. Listen, I think the backup singers just weren't in tune. They weren't great. It wasn't great. Going to Niagara Falls with these ancient fans watching him was not ideal for John. That's all I got to say. It wasn't the best. Like, he went to Brooklyn. Lauryn Hill joined him on stage in Brooklyn.
Wow.
That was a good.
That would have been
I'm
an
sure it was a good
8-hour-long
tour.
show.
Why? Because Lauryn Hill.
6 hours of waiting for Lauryn Hill to come out.
So
Okay, so
that was good. He's good.
Yeah, you're selling it.
No, I'm not. That's my 7th time I've seen him. I'd go back. I'd do it again.
You're a ledge head.
Yeah.
I'm a ledge head. Yeah, I'd do it again. Danielle said she probably wouldn't go back. I said, how dare you? How dare you? It was all about the venue. And he kicked ass. He sang a lot. But I just want to hear songs. I don't need to. I don't need to know.
Sounds like an all-star game or something.
A little bit.
Performance.
Yeah. He was catering. He was
You're
catering
always
to
saying,
the
just
fans.
give us the basketball. It was fine, but it's all this other crap.
He was catering.
I'm hearing a lot of excuses over here.
Excuse. No. He's saying well.
John doesn't have his fastball
Oh
anymore.
God, he still has it. I said he's young. Somebody with us said, "Oh, he's getting older," and I said, "No frickin' way." He was born in the year, I think it was 77 or something, and then he said,
He's almost 50 then.
Yeah, that's exactly what the person said. Well, he's closer to 50 than 40. I said, okay, I don't care. He can still do it. I just want to know how does Chrissy feel about him bowing to another woman, dancing with her a little bit? Not that she gives a crap. We got to know. She has a podcast. She could do an episode on that.
She wasn't there, I assume.
No, she was.
You think this is him responding to Usher going out to Las Vegas and doing sexy dances for the women every night? He's got to do something?
There is, yes. He's changing the tune. But I think the rest of his tour, is this a John Legend podcast? I think the rest of his tour.
This is like what Chrissy Teigen's podcast is like, right?
I love this.
I mean, she has a guest on. Anyway, I've had an episode. Anyway, he's great as he always is. No excuses, JD. The bigger question is, why isn't Niagara Falls a great city? That's my question.
Yeah.
Why isn't that a better destination? Why isn't there more tourism sold there? It's not.
It's like I haven't been there in a long time, but I feel like it was like they put all their money into the tourism spot in Niagara Falls in like 1984, and nothing's changed since. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like still looks like 1984 in a weird way. Last time I was there.
Yeah. Yep. Not much going on.
Yeah. All right. There's the John Legend report
That's a
from
great
Tass
report.
Mellis.
Anyways, thank you. I'll see him again.
Okay.
I'll let you guys know.
I know you will. We're going to run through some NBA weekend winners and losers on today's podcast, and we're going to find out whether Tass can keep his incredible pick'em losing streak alive. He has hit double digits. He has not won in the month of November.
That's impressive.
0-10. Big game tonight. Big line we've got. We will show you later on what it is. But we had some wedgies over the weekend. They always are coming on the weekend. We had 3 more wedgies starting on Friday night. Look at this court. NBA Cup court in Minnesota. You can barely see the wedgie here, but that's Neek Clifford, Kings rookie, sticking his first career wedgie with a 3-point attempt. That was number 11. Same game. Domantas Sabonis is going to get hit on the head here from Naz Reid. So he'll go to the foul line, but that was a wedgie. That's number 12. And then number 13 was on Saturday, and that's Jakob Poeltl with a nice help defense block. Got us up to 13.
Beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
Saw
really
some snowflakes here in Atlanta last week.
Yeah, we did.
And those were snowflakes. 3 different ones.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. And every Sunday, I'm actually grading every wedgie that we show you over on the No Dunks Substack page. So if you haven't got a subscription, maybe that'll encourage you to get one. Link is in the show notes. Okay. Before we get to winners and losers, let's talk about Willie Green. On Saturday, the Pelicans fired head coach Willie Green after the brutal 2-10 start to the season. Pell's assistant James Borrego serving as interim head coach. He already coached 1 game that they would go on to lose against the Warriors. But your thoughts to the Pelicans deciding to move off of Willie after 12 games?
It felt like it was something that needed to be done. This team obviously not performing on either end. And they've got such of a hodgepodge of a roster. Like they're kind of going in 2 paths. They've got this air quotes leadership with Zion Williamson that Joe Dumars had these conversations with. It's on you. It's on you. It's on you. And despite him missing a bunch of games, I think they just ain't playing that hard. When they get blown up by 30 in 3 of their first 6 games, the first time that's ever been done. Thanks to Keeks for that stat. Amazon statistician Keeks. That being said, I think they played better in that single game afterwards against the Golden State Warriors. I know they got beat by double digits, but you don't often see a role player like Moses Moody or any player hit 7 threes in the first quarter. That just doesn't happen very much. So they got seriously hot. Honestly, that's the 8th time in play-by-play era that a player's hit 7 threes in a quarter.
Damn.
In the first quarter, excuse me. That's Brett Usher with that stat. They held Curry to 9 points. What I liked, circling back, is I think James Borrego got them playing hard defensively. It's about ball movement, man movement, and playing hard. And when you get beat by 30 in 3 of the first 6 games, and it happens over and over, they just ain't playing hard. They weren't playing hard for Willie Green. I think he knew it was over.
Yeah, it was past due time for Willie Green to go in New Orleans. There's been reporting that David Griffin wanted to move on from Willie over the summer, but ownership basically said no, keep him around. Yeah. He has helped us a little bit in the past. So Joe Dumars gets hired as GM. First thing he does is send Zion Williamson to the draft lottery. They're saying, we're keeping Zion. Second thing was Willie Green is safe. And it felt like the reason he was safe is because ownership wanted him to be safe. They come in this season, got nothing to hang their hat on. The Derek Queen trade kind of amped up the pressure around the team. So getting off to a 2-10 start under Willie Green, it just meant that it was going to happen. And it finally did happen. Like Tass said, they're not playing very hard for him. They don't really have any sort of an identity. They were a top 10 defense a couple of times during Willie Green's tenure, but that was seasons ago at this point. That was the closest they ever came to having an identity. But players are shuffling in and out of the lineup. Zion was healthy at the start of the season. He isn't now. They had a big trade for DeJounte Murray the previous season. They did the CJ McCollum for Jordan Poole over the offseason. Like, a lot of things have changed. And during that transition period, the Pelicans have lost any sort of anything to be able to rely on. So I think you've seen some stuff from Joe Dumars come out saying he wants an identity. And that's exactly what New Orleans needs. Somebody who's going to get him to play hard and do something smart on one side of the ball or the other.
Yeah. They didn't have it last year either. This was a long time coming. They did have that great 23-24 season where they went to the postseason. I call it great because that's an accomplishment. And then last year, they fell apart. They were just at the bottom of the barrel.
These numbers have changed a little bit after, I guess, Sunday's action, but New Orleans is tied for the 3rd worst record, or they were tied for the 3rd worst record in the NBA since the start of 24-25. So we're talking about like the Wizards were at 19-75, Jazz 21-73, Pels and Hornets were 23-71. So this is over a long stretch here, and it's been a lot of injuries for sure. Bad luck, we maybe are convinced there's like some sort of voodoo curse on this team, but they were just massively underperforming preseason expectations, especially after the trade to move up in the draft. And so someone has to take the bullet for the L's. And it's the coach is usually the scapegoat, and he'd been there for a while. Sort of was like a odd sort of lame duck coach with the new sort of front office coming in there. He got a chance to see if he could sort of cut it, and they tuned him out. The other part of this is like things started so poorly for the Pelicans. Like, I guess it was Friday night, the Lakers were in town in that building. When the Lakers come to town, I mean, that's usually a huge draw. Like, there's a big buzz in the crowd. There's a lot of Lakers fans, obviously, all around the country. The fan base, the home fan base gets up for it. There's a buzz. I don't know if you saw it. Like, there wasn't. That's bad sign. So, like, already a sort of a city here where it's tough to keep interest in this team. Like, that had just completely gone in the crapper. So there's that as well. Like, just get some life back into this team, or try to.
Yeah.
Because there's no incentive to tank either. I mean, they don't have a pick, so you got to try and win. They're starting 3 rookies, though, now, so maybe they lean into that.
Yeah, I think if you're looking at other organizations that don't necessarily have the playoffs to get to, but you hope that they play as hard as those, you look at the Phoenix Suns and what they're doing. You want some of that, some of that aspiration on the defensive end. And again, this is back-to-back years of being poor defensively. So even if you don't have it offensively, you should have some effort going on the defensive end. Neither is happening.
I saw Sam Quinn make note at CBS Sports. The Pelicans have been in New Orleans since 2003, and they've won only 2 playoff series, despite drafting basically 3 superstars when they play and when they're healthy in Chris Paul, Anthony Davis, and Zion Williamson. That is pretty insane. The lack of playoff series is one thing, but you did draft well. You did have talent. And for whatever reason, they can't stay healthy or it can't all work together.
They drafted 2 of the biggest prospects in the 21st century and never were able to amount to anything except for being trade partners for other places that had success with those guys. So, yeah, it was time. They fired the GM. Next up is the coach. Then it's blowing things up. So we'll see what the next person does.
Yep. All right, let's get to NBA weekend winners. Tass, let's start with you. We'll do a couple rounds of this. Obviously, make our way to losers. Where do you want to start with?
I'm going to start with the Houston Rockets. They had 2 wins. The first one put up 140 points to the Blazers. Great. All that good. What I was more impressed with was how they beat the Orlando Magic in a game that they should not have won, because it felt like the Magic kept holding down the Rockets when they kept trying to fight back. The Rockets barely led in this game. They led real early, and they kept fighting. They kept fighting, and there's a new Orlando Magic team that has come around since Desmond Bane spiked the ball on Onyeka Okongwu's face. Even in this one, he hit Reed Shepherd's head. That was a block shot and hit his head, and Reed Shepherd just tripped him and said, you can't do that. Got a flagrant foul for that, but Franz Wagner got hit right in the face mask by Kevin Durant, right in the nose. But this Magic team is so different. I thought they were winning this game. That would have put them to 5-1 since that spike of the ball on Onyeka Okongwu's head. That was a different defensive team that we've seen in these last 6 games since that. And they did a good job against the Rockets. Alperen Sengun missed 20 shots in this game. Wendell Carter Jr. did a really good job on him. Amen Thompson had his worst game of the season. And again, they kept fighting back against the Rockets' efforts to overcome that. Without Paolo Banchero in this game, without Jalen Suggs in this game, who are both injured, and it came down to the wire. Franz Wagner doing his best. He had a season high. Desmond Bane doing his best. He had a season high. But Kevin Durant, what they got him for, ended up doing a great job in the last few minutes. Hit that beauty 3 under 3 minutes left. Still, the Magic went up. They were up 3, and with 22 seconds left, it was Kevin Durant's time to tie it up. It was Wendell Carter Jr. trying his best to guard him. I call it the running man defense, because he was just trying to psych him out. This is how I'm going to guard you. And when Kevin Durant just went into his step back package, slide smooth, hits that 3 to tie it. And then, even though it's all tied up, Alperen Sengun could have had an easy inbound alley-oop to win this game. like we saw last week. We saw some beauties. He had Amen Thompson going to the hoop for some reason. He didn't pass to him. He passed to the backcourt instead. That's when Anthony Black gets a dunk, although he missed the free throw, and that allowed Alperen Şengün to just hit a hook shot to tie this game, send it to overtime. Again, though, Desmond Bane was good in overtime, gives him that lead to start this overtime. But the Rockets kept fighting. I thought it was sort of a mirror of the two teams in that they didn't really have a point guard starting on either team. Anthony Black was starting for the Magic, who did some good things. But the Rockets get by with just 19 assists in this game as they just kept fighting and fighting. Kevin Durant ended up doing it. That's what they got him for. Closing Kevin did enough to get this team a victory. So impressive for me that they win this game. Again, with Şengün not being awesome. And Amen Thompson having his worst game.
It was an entertaining game for sure.
Yeah.
And it looked like a game, like, especially from the Rockets side with Udoka, the way he was coaching. I think only 8 guys played for them. Like, they were going for this. Like, it was a nice little litmus test, I felt, for both teams here, despite the Magic being short a key guy. But what do you think of this one?
Yeah, I think it came down to the Rockets having the 2 best players on the court in the fourth quarter. Like, Şengün was held down ultimately, though some of his misses were just playing volleyball on the offensive glass. But he was 4 for 6 in the fourth quarter, hit 2 of the biggest shots, including the hook right there at the end. I thought Kevin Durant did hit the biggest shot when he hit the three-pointer, had Wendell Carter Jr. dancing. But somehow there was enough time left on the clock for like 3 more possessions after that. That was crazy. KD falls down on the turnover, big-time miss by Black. Great block by Şengün, I thought, as well. They like ran him out there to guard Anthony Black. Black brings the ball up the court. Plays happen, and he blocks him at the rim, then got the game-tying hook shot, which was pretty cool. I also loved early in the overtime, they're playing volleyball for a little bit. It's Şengün and Adams just knocking the offensive rebounds. Şengün finally gets it and dishes it behind the back to Steven Adams. That was a beauty there. But 19 offensive rebounds for the Rockets in this one against a big team as well in the Magic. So felt like a playoff-like atmosphere. I guess this would be the 1995 NBA Finals rematch. Should both these teams get there, I don't think it's quite likely that either of them do. But I thought a really fun game to watch. I thought Reed Sheppard, this guy's really come along. They figured out how he can stay on the floor. Basically, when he's playing, they're playing zone defense, which allows him to kind of freelance and make some plays and not get targeted nearly as much. And then he's shooting the ball really well. 16 points last night, went 2 of 4 from the 3-point line. So he looks pretty solid. If they're getting contributions from him, I still think they'll probably want to ultimately upgrade one of their guard rotations because they're getting enough out of Josh Okogie. Like, he's able to stay on the court. He's not necessarily going to be a big scorer for him, but he's contributing. Aaron Holiday hit a big 3. Like I said, Sheppard's playing pretty well, but they've got pieces to be able to go and get somebody who can really contribute. But for now, why mess with what's working?
Yeah.
Reed was great. he really was. And they targeted him defensively, and he did foul a few times over and over. But he is fighting. He's scrapping. He stuck that foot out like he's in a wrestling match. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. But this game kind of was a wrestling match in that there was a lot of fighting. They even called Aaron Holiday for a flop. You don't see that in basketball very often. But there's so many bodies falling all over the place. The referees had to say something. Just stop doing that. But it was fun physically fun game.
And yeah, Durant with 35 points on 13 of 24 shooting, perfect at the line, 6 assists, 5 boards. And you said it already, Tess. It's like, yep, this is why you upgrade, so to speak, from Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green and maybe their low efficiency when it comes to shooting to maybe the greatest pure scorer we've ever seen. And he's coming through. What year is this for him? 19? I know he missed a year, but 18, 19, whatever you want to call it. And he's still an absolute bucket. And still at the end of the game, there's like few guys you'd want to just hand the ball to and say, just go get us a 2 or a 3, because he's going to get a look every single time.
But he doesn't even care.
No.
He was going to Şengün. Like, they were playing 2-man game, and most of his buckets were coming after passes from Şengün. Şengün is the go-to guy for them, but KD, if he's your second option in the clutch, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I would almost push back on that, though, in this game at least. Like, there was times where, like that last one where you guys talked about it just got thrown into Şengün and hit the little hook. I mean, that was all because 3 guys were like focused on KD, who you think is going to get the ball. And well drawn up play, I thought, from Udoka. Weird defensive play from Anthony Black in the Magic. He's guarding the inbounder on Amen Thompson. There's like 1.5 seconds. Like, he has his back turned to him. That's fine, but like, he's in no man's land. He wasn't doing anything. If you're going to do that, just like double team KD, like take him out. That was weird. But anyway, they have two guys that can just end these games.
Exactly. Şengün is awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah.
In the clutch. That was a fun-ass game that go into overtime. One of many overtime games on Sunday that we'll get to. But who do you have as a winner of the weekend?
The Wemby versus Draymond showdown, one of the iconic moments of the season. Friday night, 4 minutes into the fourth quarter, Wemby and Draymond are jostling for position underneath the hoop, and like the referees keep separating them, and you can see both Wemby and Draymond are like, we're good. Like, let's just bang. Wemby goes for the Shaq spin, alley-oop from Stephon Castle, throws it down, crowd erupts, screams in Draymond's face. Foul on the floor.
Yeah, that sucked.
I'll forget that in time.
Totally.
Like, you'll totally forget that they called a foul on the floor. Next play, another foul on Draymond. Didn't really matter. Post game, though, Wemby said, if somebody speaks to you a certain way, you have to respond a certain way. That was just so cool to see. You have to imagine Draymond respects it.
Oh, I
to
would
get his head
think so.
dunked on like that after like Draymond intentionally trying to get under his skin.
Yeah.
Using the leverage play against Wemby, but then Wemby realizing, I'm a foot taller than you, just throw it up in the air. That was amazing. And it just felt like a generation to generation moment, right? Like seeing those two go up against each other, a guy who's defined like the small ball era of the NBA as a defender, as a big man defender, in Draymond just looking tiny against Wemby. That was awesome. Then the game also turned out to be great. Steph Curry, 49 points after scoring 46 a couple of nights prior against San Antonio. Hit a big three late that started the rally. De'Aaron Fox could not buy a bucket late in this one. Went 0 of 4. Had a turnover in the last 2 minutes here. I do think he may have been able to get the ball to Wemby after Wemby had that block on Jimmy Butler on the fast break. You have to get him the ball after he blocks a shot because he's guaranteed going to score.
Usually a three.
Yeah, this would have been a lob. It would have been a tough play, but Fox is a clutch player, and he wanted to take a bunch of mid-range jumpers. I think you got to go to Wemby a little bit there, but a nice win for Golden State. But the Wemby versus Draymond moment is very, very memorable. Doesn't even really matter what the score of the game was afterwards.
No. Yeah, you could see in Wemby how calm he was. He wasn't going to get physical with him. He was like that Shaolin monk mode where he was just in peace and just took care of business. And maybe it rubbed off on Draymond Green because Draymond Green goes into New Orleans, and there was a fan this weekend that got right into Draymond's face and just kept asking him to basically hit me type of thing. Like they were super close on the baseline.
Yes.
He kept talking to him. Draymond Green, maybe the Victor Wembanyama monk mode rubbed off on him because he was cool in that moment anyway to walk away. But it was cool the way Wemby handled it and just took care of business, really.
And Steph Curry, man, holy crap. Like, is this guy the best post-prime scorer ever? I think he tied MJ for the most 40-plus point games after the age of 30. So you have to assume Curry's got at least one more in him coming soon enough. But, just unbelievable. Now, quiet game on Sunday.
9 points.
Sure,
Weird.
Yeah. But against the Spurs, man, I want this to be like a series so bad
It'd be
now.
a great series.
Oh, it'd be so good. I don't know how we would get there. It'd have to be like, I guess, a 4-5 matchup, maybe a 3-6, something like that. Yeah, it could happen. I think a lot has to break for it to happen. But anyway, awesome 2 games back-to-back, and the Spurs coming up just short in both those. Hey, Draymond played Wemby pretty well, too, anytime he's on him. That's the other part. Like, this was great. And everybody was like, yeah, in your face, Draymond. But, like, he plays him well.
That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah.
It's Draymond playing to his strengths, trying to be the tougher, smaller, stronger guy. Wemby playing to his strengths, being the longer, vertical athlete sort of type. We saw the Suns had success against Wemby. That is going to be the recipe, is him just having such a high center of gravity that if you put a smaller, stronger guy on him, it's going to give him some sort of problems. But as we've seen, he's figured out how to go against a player like that. So it would be really cool to see if they can somehow end up. I think it would have to be 4-5,
sort of,
basically, because it kind of feels like the top 3 are already going to be set in the Western Conference, if we're being quite honest. But shout out to Draymond. He called out the team. They benched Jonathan Kuminga. Then he got hurt. And Draymond and Steph said, yeah, we were talking about Jimmy, Draymond, they were talking about the young guys. So Steph said, get on my back. Draymond says, I'm going to lock in and play some really, really good defense. And the Warriors got a few nice wins here.
Yeah. And, we don't need to do it right now, but get your Kuminga trade packages ready to go again.
He's gone for sure,
Can't wait till we get closer to the deadline because, they've sort of kicked it up a notch after him sort of going to the bench. My winner of the weekend is Sunday hoops. Let's keep it simple. 3 of Sunday's 8 games went into overtime. You already talked about the Magic Rockets game, how great that was. We also had the Mavericks scoring a much-needed 138-133 overtime win against the Blazers. It was sort of fun to see the crowd into a game cheering on the guys. Cooper Flagg, one of his best performances of the year, making some big plays down the stretch, so that was great. And then we had Keontae George coming up clutch with the game-winning three-pointer in double overtime for the Jazz, beating Trey Kirby's Chicago Bulls 150-147. NBA's highest scoring game of the season went to double overtime, so it makes sense. But Lauri Markkanen scored 47. He's looking more and more like an all-star lock, especially with the Jazz winning some games here. But man, holy crap, there was a lot of buckets. Kobe White back for your Bulls.
Yeah, on a minutes restriction until he wasn't.
Yeah.
I was like, uh-oh. Bad things can happen when you're playing on a sore calf, but for whatever reason, Isaac Okoro was guarding Lauri Markkanen for the majority of the second half. In this one, he's like a foot shorter than Markkanen. Markkanen was just catching the ball, shooting over the top, but what ended up happening was Keontae George got pretty lucky on the last shot. He was 2 for 9 from 3, and then they left him open to hit the game winner, and guess what? He hit the game winner. That was a weird game. Kobe White had a steal right at the end of regulation, or at the end of the first overtime. Should have had a layup, but went into like a slow man's Euro step. Yeah, he tried to decelerate, and he decelerated too much. Ended up being a turnover, and then somehow got another turnover back. Made some free throws, but a bad Bulls loss, if we're being quite honest. They're back.
We
to
also
500.
They're back to 500.
Yeah, they've lost 5 straight.
Yeah.
6-1, and now they just lost 5 straight.
Damn. Well, we saw another Hawks rally from 22 down in the fourth quarter last night, too. This is still on Sunday here. We're just talking Sunday's games. They beat the Suns 124-122. Nickeil Alexander-Walker looked like a goddamn star in the fourth quarter. Dyson Daniels, there was a 2 to 3 minute stretch where he was everywhere, getting his hand on every single ball, hitting the ground, coming up with crazy rebounds, attacking as well. So the Hawks finished this road trip here, Western road trip, 4-0. Wasn't the greatest team. Suns was the best team they played, probably. But scrappy bunch here without Trae Young, right? We don't have to have that conversation either, but you're seeing a lot more of like, hey, Hawks are like 7-2 without Trae Young here.
Yeah, 7-2 on the road this season. That's a good number.
Yeah.
They're playing extremely well to close that out. Yeah, great Sunday just to finish it off. I thought the Phoenix Suns looking great. Had won 5 straight games going into this game, and then they just get closed out on a 38-15 run. Watching that, I was thinking, wow, 8-5. This team literally could be 10-3 if you want to be all optimistic. They had another Lauri Markkanen performance against them. They had a 50-point performance against them that gave them 1 loss. They had a John Morant game winner. Maybe they could be 10-3, and then all of a sudden, boop, boop, boop. Now they're 8-6, and they don't have, of course, Jalen Green now. So that somewhat hurts. But watching that, Dylan Brooks had his first back-to-back 30-point games of his career. I mean, what's going on here with these Phoenix Suns? And then just that closeout. I mean, it looked like the Suns had this game.
Oh my
easily.
God, yeah. Like 20 plus with like 9 minutes to go. It's like, okay, end of a road trip for the Hawks. Played really well without Trae Young. Most teams are probably like, all right, we can go back to Atlanta. We'll feel pretty good about that road trip. Like, oh, no. And then suddenly things started happening. We had a crazy, scary fall from Zachary Rissache off a dunk. I mean, a little Colin Little tiny push to the back. Doesn't take much when the guy's in the air, but he swung on obviously the rim and went flying. Landed so hard. Hopefully he's nothing serious. Didn't return to this game. But that was amidst the crazy comeback.
Yes.
Where again, Nickeil Alexander-Walker was guy was a superstar.
He made a ton of big plays down the stretch. Hawks had 35 assists on 45 makes. They're a top 3 defense since Trae Young went down. Like you're saying, Skeets, they haven't played the top of the Western Conference, but they beat all the teams that were put on their schedule. And I think that's even a little surprising, given how they looked with Trae before his injury. Like, the offense was falling off the table, and now it's cooking. Everybody moves the ball. I don't know.
I know.
Conversations are going to be had.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The packages will be out there, especially because they didn't give Trae that extension.
Right.
And seeing at least the team playing together. And there's a reason why Nickeil Alexander-Walker can go off like that, because they are moving the ball. He wasn't just playing one-on-one by any means.
No.
They move it. He sees the opportunity, he sees the lane, and he's taking it. So he looked great, obviously.
And then finally on Sunday was one of the earlier games. The Celtics fended off the Clippers in a clutch win for them. Harden caught fire. He scored 32 of his 37. 7 in the second half. He would not let LA die. Harden was very close to getting a winner of the weekend because he had 41 the game prior on Friday night, and then he was hitting big shot after big shot down the stretch for this one. Clippers made it 119-118 on Harden's 3 with 2 seconds left. Pritchard was fouled. He hit both free throws. So there's like a couple of seconds left, not a lot. They have no way to advance the ball, the Clippers do, but they run a great play. I don't know if you guys saw this. Chris Dunn throws the full court pass to Zubats, who jumps up, catches it, and sort of like almost controlled tip pass to Harden, who's trailing, and he got an unbelievably open look at a 3 that would have tied it up, and that was the one that he missed. But it was a fun ending on that one. That got us started on Sunday for all these amazing games.
Yeah, that was a great look for James Harden. He's not a catch and shoot guy, really. Like, that's not his thing, and so it felt odd, both him missing it and both him taking it in a way, because he wants to dribble that thing. But this is obviously a bad start for the Clippers here.
Yes.
4-9, and here we go. Road trip. They just played the first 2 games of a 7-game trip. So Philly, Orlando, Charlotte, Cleveland, Lakers coming up.
Wow.
Yep.
And I'll just say before we move on for another round of winners, the Celtics backcourt is finally starting to break out of their shooting slump here. And Boston's won 3 of 4 games. Their offensive rating is top 10 in the league. But Pritchard and Derek White, they remembered how to shoot. In October, Pritchard shot 17.4% from deep, which seems like a typo. Guy was a 41% three-point shooter last year. Derek White was nearly as bad. He shot like 25% in October. That's down from 38% last year. Well, on Wednesday, when the Celtics beat the Grizzlies, those guys combined 8 for 16 from deep. That's good. Sunday afternoon, White 4 of 8, and then Pritchard 8 of 13. It was just a matter of time for those guys started hitting some shots. And so this is why it's helping them, squeak out these wins here. With Jaylen Brown having a game where he had to shoot a ton too. He was one of those guys yesterday that took a ton of attempts. But those guys coming around hit some threes. That's obviously Missoula ball.
Yeah, the Boston media mafia has infiltrated my brain with the fact that the Celtics are a top 10 net rating team, and they're kind of just getting unlucky. Like, they've lost 3 games to the 76ers by a total of, I think, 4 points. You flip 2 of those results, they're 9-5, and they look pretty good.
Right, right. 7-7 currently as it is. Yep.
Yeah. And just note on the Clippers, Lakers, their next NBA Cup game, which is a Tuesday before Thanksgiving. It's 2-0 teams going up against each other in the NBA Cup battle. The winner of that basically advances.
Probably winning it,
Yeah, that's a pretty good game, even though the Clippers stink. There's somehow 2 of their 4 wins have been NBA Cup games. They're good at NBA Cup.
Favors the veteran teams.
That's right. That's right. Let's do another quick round here of winners. Who you got?
I got those Lakers.
Okay.
They got a man fired, basically. They beat the Pelicans, then he gets fired immediately. Not because of that, but they had a back-to-back this weekend. They beat the Pelicans, all good. DeAndre Ayton, 20 and 16. Hello, he's playing so well. Reeves, 31 points. More importantly, 13 free throws. Doncic, 24 points. More importantly, 13 free throws. So all that good. Let's see how they play in Milwaukee on the second half of a back-to-back. They played great.
Second quarter was nice.
Yeah, the first half, they held the Bucks to only 34 points. So, an incredible start. DeAndre Ayton, again, a 20 and 10. He got blocked by Giannis Antetokounmpo. It wasn't quite a 2021 Finals Game 4 block. It wasn't even speaking of NBA Cup, it wasn't even a 2024 NBA Cup Giannis block. It wasn't DeAndre Ayton, but he had an Ayton-like block. Right. We were sitting right in front of it when he did it to Clint Capella. But how do they do it? I just wondered, watching this Lakers team, we questioned their depth. They started Bronny James. Then Maxi Kleber's back playing minutes off the bench. They're going so deep. Luka dropped 41. All that to say, they're 7-2 away from home. Very, very good start. Kind of like the Hawks, not an incredibly tough road trip, but who cares? They're 10-4 with Luka missing 4 games, Reeves missing 3 games, and LeBron missing all of them. But he is back to practicing and will likely be back Tuesday against the Jazz, especially because it's the Jazz. He doesn't have to even play that hard, I guess. But because they've played 14 games, they have a light week. It's the Jazz twice, and that's it. So he'll play in both of them, and just a heck of a start for this depth of this team.
They did a really good job to go 10-4 without LeBron. I think 7-7 would have been rejoicing. So to play that well against a pretty easy schedule, I think McMenamin's always talking about it on the Hoop Collective, the Lakers' schedule is easy the first half of the year because they want to backload big-time matchups after the NFL season has ended up. So things get tougher for the Lakers, but still 10-4 with LeBron being out. Luka missed time. Reeves has missed time. They know what they're doing. They can put anybody in and they're going to score 20 points. It feels like they had Nick Smith Jr. go for a 20-point game. They've had, 6 different guys score 20 or more. JJ knows how to coach. Yeah. DeAndre Ayton went 20 for 24 from the field over the weekend.
Yeah.
He's shooting 69% this season.
Nice.
Remember when people always complained about him taking long twos? He's taken 7 this season. He's doing exactly what the Lakers asked for him, and now Luka knows how to play with them. They're getting better.
Yeah. And then LeBron comes back.
And they're getting LeBron back. Yeah. Don't mess it up.
So LeBron's going to take his son's starting spot. Wow. Could be awkward over Thanksgiving. Dad took my spot.
Oh, yeah,
Ronnie goes to Thanksgiving with LeBron?
I don't know. Yeah, I assume so.
Maybe. Assume so. That was his only start, I think, of his career.
I think he started the very last game of the season for the Lakers.
Oh, the sneaky one. Sneaky
First
one.
win as a starter, though he didn't play that much.
No, he didn't play that much.
He didn't score. He didn't shoot. I think he got pulled for not shooting.
Yeah.
But he did start.
Yeah.
And they got the win.
And JJ shows the coaching that he has, that he can pull a guy, even though he's the son of a frickin' legend on the same team. No, you got to play who can actually score. And they did a great job because of DeAndre Ayton. The 70%. It's pretty phenomenal.
We'll have more on that Lakers Bucks game in worst of the week, or excuse me, not worst of the week, although it could be in losers of the weekend. Trey, one more winner from you.
Oh, the Knueppels family. I love these guys. On Friday night, Knueppels played his first NBA game in his hometown of Milwaukee, and literally his parents had the team over for dinner, like a high school team. Carbo loading the day before, took a charter bus, just down the street to Knueppels' childhood home where his parents served fajitas in the basement.
The basement is a nice touch. I like that part.
It's so funny to see actual NBA players hanging out with Knueppels and all of his K-named brothers. Cager's getting some D1 offers, I saw.
Oh, damn, I bet.
Yeah, I bet they're all good.
Oh, yeah, I assume so.
Yeah, but I love you can see like a bowl of chips and salsa on the table. They have great value water bottles. From Walmart? They're just giving you Walmart water? Can you just imagine having LaMelo Ball and Mason Plumlee in your house?
Yeah. It looks hilarious.
Amazing,
it's a great photo. We're showing everybody on YouTube. Podcast listeners,
so funny.
Seek out the photo of the team in the basement.
I love how they're so close to the basement ceiling, too. It's just a regular basement. Yeah.
Just a regular old basement, but apparently about 2,000 people came out to see Khan play against the Bucks, and he had his best game of his career, 32 points, 4 threes, including one to tie the game with 90 seconds left, and then had another to send the game to overtime with 21 seconds left. They lost in overtime, the Hornets did, but that's an awesome night for Knueppels and the rest of his family. Hornets then lost again to OKC the next night. Khan was in a straitjacket. He could not score. A little tougher against OKC, but their orange uniforms look cool.
Yeah.
On their weird court.
Yeah. Weird one. You had to do who's playing right now in this game? But it looked awesome, I thought.
It looked very cool.
And part of it looked awesome because, I don't know, I was like, it almost felt like the Thunder court because of the blues and stuff like that. But we had some nice City Edition courts, actually.
City Edition courts, you gotta have one now.
I like the Pelicans. I like the skeleton. I'm a fan of that. Yep. The purple and the neon. I liked how that looked. But some other winners, just briefly here. Darvin Ham and Taurean Prince. They're still undefeated in NBA Cup play. 3 years running, baby. They're 16-0. Because the Bucks won again on Friday night.
Awesome.
Now, Prince didn't play. Darvin Ham doesn't play. He's an assistant coach, but it doesn't matter. This is nuts at this point.
They're just handing down the know-how.
Exactly. Love to the Pistons and the Nuggets, extending their win streaks to 9 and 7 games, respectively. I mean, the Pistons were playing without any of their main guys, still got a W. So they're rolling. I think they play the Hawks, right? Coming up here?
Tomorrow
night? Could be a good game. And then Tass. Your Nut Dust Bowl team, the Brooklyn Nets, defeated Trey's Nut Dust Bowl Washington Wizards on Sunday.
Yep.
That's a big game. Huge game in the Nut Dust Bowl.
Game.
Trey is his Washington Wizards are 1-12. Apparently they had a players only meeting.
It's gonna turn around.
I have the Pacers. I don't know if you heard the breaking news.
I did.
Yeah. So I now have the Pacers. We all have Eastern Conference teams. I'm 1-12, but you take an early lead here. You're 2-11. With your Brooklyn Nets.
It is amazing that we have 3 Eastern Conference teams in that nut dust bowl. That's how bad it is at the bottom of the Eastern Conference. Yeah, the Brooklyn Nets got their second win only because they're playing another nut dust bowl team. And the Washington Wizards, yeah, they were all 1 for. Now there's 1 with 2.
Yep.
But yeah, it's a shame for the Pacers. They get TJ McConnell back. I think that the motor's coming back for this team. Being that TJ is back, he's back now, played 3 games, but then Aaron Nesmith goes out for a month. Yeah. So
I think
that's
Benedict
their guy.
Mathurin might be back pretty soon. They need all the guys they can get back. I think he's back soon.
Or just keep him out. They traded for their pick.
Yeah,
Like,
that was smart.
they're going to get a great lottery pick and then Tyrese Halliburton back next year. Bad year for the Pacers. It's going to be a good result.
We could
long
have.
term. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
They
move.
don't need to try and win games now.
I think-
Season's over.
Yeah, it's over.
No, I need a couple wins because now I have the Jazz. That was a great pick. I fell into it too, but I got the Pacers now. I think this makes it more exciting. What were you
It
gonna
does.
say?
Yeah, no, I do want to see if there could be 3 teams in the Eastern Conference that are actually worse than every other team in the Western Conference. Worse than every team in the Western Conference. It's a slim chance. It's
It'd be
doubtful.
tough because they got to play each other eventually. These Eastern Conference teams.
Yeah,
Somebody's
they get
going to
wins.
win.
Like we just saw on Sunday, the Nets
little bit.
sort of had to win.
Yeah.
All right, those are our winners of the weekend. Obviously, it left a lot of meat on the bone. Let us know in the stream team. Let us know in the YouTube comments. Tweet at us other potential winners of the weekend. We'll take a quick break and get to losers.
The NBA season's a grind. Games every night. Schedule is packed. That's why I'm fired up about the new Peloton Cross Training Tread Plus powered by Peloton IQ. Peloton IQ plans your workouts, tracks your progress, even corrects your form. And with the swivel screen, you can go from a ride on the bike plus to a quick yoga stretch or ab workout in seconds. As I reported last week in the Peloton Report, Jess Sims is back. She had 2 weeks off. She's back to working hard, and I needed her. Because, yeah, I've been mixing it up with Dennis Morton for yoga, Alex Toussaint on the tread, and Emma Lovewell crushing me with core. But Jess is my core. 45 minutes of strength. What a solid 45 minutes that was. I felt so much stronger. Let yourself run, lift, flex, push, and go. Check out the new Peloton Cross Training Tread Plus at onepeloton.com.
True or false, the NBA has been back for a month.
That's true. Almost to the day.
We're fudging. True. True or false, FanDuel is your home for live betting.
You know it.
That's a guarantee true. Even if you miss the start of the game or want to ride the hot hand, FanDuel has live bets on everything from who will score next to fourth quarter comebacks. Saw a few of those yesterday. Plus, you can even combine your live bets into a same game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now is the perfect time to join, because FanDuel is giving new customers $300 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. So just visit FanDuel.com to sign up today. Play your game with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA.
All right, if you're just joining us on YouTube, do us a favor, hit the like button and subscribe, because JD's feeling under the weather. You've potentially heard him hacking up along all throughout the show. He's down in the dumps. Hit the like button.
Hold on.
Hit the like button.
Very sad. Dumps.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we gotta like pull on their heartstrings to get likes and subs, man. Just let me cook. Let me cook. He's dying over there. He's on his deathbed.
We have the like button set up to an IV.
Yeah,
Every click, he gets him a dose of medicine.
You'll hear him start getting better the more you hit the like button or subscribe or 5-star ratings and reviews.
I think we could put a montage together of every year. JD seems to get sick, I think, once a year.
Right,
we hear the coughs.
Yeah.
That's not too bad, though.
I'm
Your
a
mic-
human.
Yeah, your mic's not on, though, so I don't think the
isn't?
people out there are hearing it. So, right?
Isn't it?
Well, now it is. No,
he
now it
was
is.
saying
During
while you were
coughs. During
coughing.
coughs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
I hit the cough button.
Nice.
You're no Dominique Wilkins who coughs during Hawks broadcasts all the time, as we did in
You don't think he
our
knows
Say
how
What
to
episode.
operate the cough
I
button?
don't know. I don't know if he. No, I
Or he
guess
just doesn't
not.
care.
He just hacks it.
Yeah.
That's a big hack.
Okay, let's do a round of NBA weekend losers. Trey, we're gonna start with you here.
Medieval Times is a loser.
Interesting.
The Wizards and the Kings. Both losers. Touched on the Wizards, got smoked by the Nets in their most winnable game, coming in 2 one-win teams, and Michael Porter Jr. put it on them.
Yep.
34 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists for Michael Porter Jr. He had 7 assists in back-to-back games.
Wow.
Both his career highs.
I was going to say,
Wow.
is that a career high?
This guy's
gotta
hooping.
be, yeah.
He's putting up marketing numbers.
Nice.
Also got worked by Tyrese Martin in that game. Like, he looked like he was maybe the best player on the court for a chunk of time, and it all came when the Wizards wearing their gold jerseys. So
Yeah, city editions.
tough one for Washington.
I was watching a lot of this. This was the game we joked about flying up to Washington to watch, and I was like, "You imagine we were there right now."
Tyrese!
I mean, it was. I guess it was somewhat entertaining.
It was entertaining.
Yeah.
It wasn't that entertaining. It was
Not compared to the rest of the games.
20-point blowout for the Nets.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
pretty wild. But maybe they're feeling better than the Sacramento Kings are. 6 straight losses for the Kings, including 2 brutal ones, I thought, over the weekend on Friday against Minnesota. It was a 1-point game heading into the fourth quarter, and the Kings gave up 11-2 and 16-2 runs in the fourth quarter, somehow turned into a blowout, with Wolves starters on the bench laughing that an air ball from Leonard Miller turned into a triple-double for Russell Westbrook.
Oh, right.
This went from a competitive game to laughing about what was happening on the court that quickly. On Sunday against the Spurs, no Victor Wembanyama. The Kings got up 4-2 and then didn't lead the rest of the game. To make matters worse, De'Aaron Fox lit him up.
Yep.
Season high 28 for Fox. The guy he was traded for, Zach LaVine, benched in the fourth quarter for Malik Monk. Doug's trying to figure out how to get aligned with this Kings team. Dennis Schroeder, he's not starting anymore. Russell Westbrook seems entrenched there. Keon Ellis got a start for Precious Achiuwa. Achiuwa came in questionable, had started after being signed literally off the scrap heap.
Yeah.
They need anybody with some size, but it feels like the Kings are just waiting until trade season opens because nobody is happy on this team right now.
No, I was going to ask you, like, is Doug Christie going to be the next head coach fired here, or is he like safe because he's coming out and saying, "Hey, Kings fans, stick with us here. Just wait until the deadline, basically, when we can try and trade some of these guys, and it's going to be a bumpy patch, but stick with." I don't know. I like, you never know with the Kings ownership. Like, they could decide, "Oh yeah, fire him, try somebody else." They usually do that, but would it change
Yeah, it's
anything?
tough.
No, not with this current roster.
Yeah, it just seems like they have to make a roster move, so that could happen before firing Doug Christie, Doug Dale Christie.
Dale.
Douglas Dale.
DDC.
Douglas Dale, yeah. The way he is open to the media saying my team stinks and I'm trying to get it out of them, and putting Keon Ellis into the starting lineup could do that.
Yeah.
Fans have been asking for it because he's Keon Ellis. They've been wanting him out there to play harder because that's what he does. Yeah. Doug does not have his buttons on this team, or his finger on the pulse of this team, I should say, because
The pulse,
Yeah,
there's no heartbeat.
yeah, yeah.
He might have his fingers on it, but it is flatlined.
Yeah, he called out the team and is like, I could do better. Literally gave him an I could do better if I put on the jersey. Let's see it.
Right, no,
I would like to see it. But it's like, literally, what is the solution? A lot of Kings fans think bench DeRozan. Okay. I mean, maybe that helps because Sabonis seems pretty pissed off with the way things are going. He's not being used nearly the same way. He was like the fulcrum of the Mike Brown attack, playing at the elbows as a dribble handoff guy. Now it's like he sets a screen, and if he doesn't get the ball back, he ain't going to see the ball the rest of the possession. And I don't know. None of these guys, I think, have very much trade value. So I don't know if benching DeRozan is smart, since he seems like a guy that a contender would maybe take a chance on. But you'd also probably like to see DeRozan as a sixth man at this point in his career. All I know is that DeRozan, Levine, Sabonis, it doesn't work. Just like DeRozan, Levine, and Vucevic. It didn't work.
Yeah.
But it was worth a try.
DeRozan and Levine especially, like, do they ever, I know once in a blue moon they do, but like they never have good games at the same time. If DeRozan has a good game, it's like a crappy Levine game. If Levine has a decent game, it's usually a pretty quiet DeRozan game. Feels like that. Somebody can fact check me on that, at least recently.
Yep.
It's just too much overlap. You don't need both of them.
They're
They're
too
not
similar.
going to stop anybody either.
I guess the hope that they have going for them is that when Keegan Murray comes back, their D could get better, but they immediately will trade, it feels like, one of those two that you just mentioned. Because you're not really getting a lot for the overlap that you have at guard. They have too many with Monk, Schroeder, Westbrook, and then you can go deeper. So it's likely one of those guys who's has some good games. DeRozan just had a good one. They do have good scoring games, but they need to change that chemistry, no doubt.
Who do you have for a weekend loser?
Well, mine is a jerk move for sure because Deni Avdija is having a good season. That being said, the way he closed out against the Dallas Mavericks, not so good. They're tied at the end of the fourth, 35 seconds left. Deni gets the opportunity to hit a game winner. He got so much room, so much space on a 19-footer, open range, but from a side angle, I didn't even know where it hit. I mean, it was almost an air ball, but I think he got a bit of a front rim looking at it, so he misses that one. Then after Dallas misses, Thiago Splitter says, we're going for it here. No timeout. Deni gets another chance, this time a three-pointer that missed even worse. Yeah, two bad misses. He fouls out in overtime after, and then the Blazers end up losing. But why I'm really concerned, besides those two shots, because he has had a good season, while he's sitting there on the sideline, he pops what appears to me to be a yellow starburst. A yellow starburst? You're an NBA superstar of all the colors. You pick yellow.
You think that's the worst?
It's one of those that it's at the bottom. It's so far at the bottom, whether it's orange or yellow or
those are the bottom too.
Yeah, it ain't pink. You're a superstar. Just have it pink.
You think he should have the leeway on this team to say, "Give me the pink"?
Yeah. Well, I think as an NBA superstar, maybe this is me just being naive. I think you could just literally just never even look at the yellow, green, or red.
Have like a ball boy pull them out.
Yellow, orange, or red. Yeah, just never have them. Never. It's just so when you grab one, you know what you're grabbing. Am I wrong in terms of the rankings?
Like, I would have pink on top as well. Yeah. I think so too.
Pink and red are superior to orange and yellow for me.
How many colors are there?
There's four standard.
Oh,
yeah. Pink, red. So your strawberry, cherry, and then orange and lemon.
I don't think I dislike a lemon.
They're all good. Yeah. I mean, like a yellow one's fine. I would imagine it would give you a decent little energy boost. But I guess that's not enough.
I guess that's why he wanted it, being that he had a poor ending to that game because he's freaking good. Yeah. But I wonder if he's happy after the yellow.
You think it was on his mind?
Yeah, maybe. I'd like to give a loser of the weekend to NBA referee Pat Fraher. Who's that? Let me explain. This guy tried to prevent Lakers players from securing a game ball to present to their rookie after he scored his first NBA points. This was Saturday's game. So Lakers rookie Adu Thiro scored his first 4 points. He had a huge dunk, too, in the final minute of LA's win in Milwaukee. So teammate, and we have a photo here, Jared Vanderbilt, he grabs the ball after the game. But NBA referee Pat Fraher, that's not Scott Foster. It looks like it from behind, but that's not Scott Foster. He approached the Lakers, he approached Vanderbilt, and this was like a screen grab here we're showing you. This lasted, it basically looked like this for like a minute straight of Vanderbilt holding on to it, but Pat wanting it, and Luka going, what? Jake LaRavia going, what? Mm-hmm. And in the end, Pat takes the ball away and hands it over to a Bucks team attendant, who then more Lakers players go up and hey, can we not have that ball? What is going on here? The Rook scored his first points. This is sort of what we do now. And noticing the commotion, if you want to call it that, sort of at center court, Giannis intervenes. He's like, what's going on here? He comes over, finds out why they want the ball. Oh, yeah. He takes the ball from the team attendant. He hands it to Luka Doncic. Oh, thanks, Giannis. We can get this to Adu. And we go on from there, which is... It's amazing that it was Giannis ultimately giving the game ball because of what happened. What was that? How many times?
Season.
2 years ago. No, 2 years ago.
2 seasons ago.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, where we had the battle between the Pacers and the Bucks over a game ball. Giannis scored a career high. What was his name? Oscar Tshiebwe. He had the rookie, had his first points, and there was the fighting over the ball. Anyway.
But you remember why Giannis said he took that game ball. Because Damian Lillard passed Kyle Korver on the all-time
that's right. It wasn't for his career. Yes.
Not for that.
Well, in Giannis's mind, there's a ranking or an order of importance of who gets the game ball. He thought it was Dame, maybe then himself, and then a rookie. But in this one, there was no notable milestone for the Bucks.
That's right.
Giannis said, "It's all yours, kid. Take it away, boys.
Take it away, Tiro."
But very funny, the referee and Pat Fraher here be like, no,
Yeah, didn't Jared
take it.
Didn't Jared Vanderbilt say that Fraher said I'm not allowed to give this
I'm not
away.
allowed to give it away. Yeah, that's what he said.
I have to keep this.
And then he like said like, hey, if you keep holding on to this and walk away with it, I'm like, I guess I don't know what he's gonna do, like fine you or the NBA's gonna fine you or something. But he was like,
Suspended.
yeah,
Weird.
maybe whatever. But funny moment.
Very funny. What are you doing, Pat? I mean, just give him the ball. There's lots to go around.
Why does he care?
Why does he care?
Yeah, that's
take
the
it.
weirdest part. The like Bucks team attendant, you could at least understand why she would care more. It's like, no, we only got
our ball.
7 of these
Yeah.
balls, man. We can't give them away. Like that makes a little bit more sense, but yeah, why does the referee give a damn? Who cares? It's like, just get out of there, Pat. Go have a beer, man.
Go sleep somewhere.
Do they have to have balls that have been worked on? They can't have new balls.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sure.
definitely. I
Yeah,
mean, a new ball is
the worst.
terrible.
Yeah,
It feels
exactly.
horrible.
Yeah,
Especially an NBA one, yeah.
So I guess maybe that's part of it. But
so funny.
I hope Oscar Sheboy has his on a
Display somewhere.
somewhere. It needs to be done.
Well, who ended up getting it though? Did they ever get the Pacers? Never got it back, did they?
Oh yeah, that
Or did
was.
they give him one and there was like a conspiracy that it was another
switcheroo
game
somehow.
ball?
Yeah, for sure. Something weird happened with that, but
Because that went into the hallways. That went.
Yeah, that,
like the locker
No, that was a
rooms.
heated confrontation a couple of years ago
Yeah.
between those two teams. There's like that photo of Giannis like yelling. He's like pointing.
yeah.
This one, Giannis like, I got you guys, no problem.
Giannis is the keeper of the game ball rules. he knows them now. He
I
just
like
knows
it.
what it is. Yeah.
Giannis turning into Chris Paul before our very eyes. Right?
Yeah,
Chris Paul
somebody's gotta
knows all
take
those
over.
rules about jersey tuck-ins, what you can and can't do, and all that. So that was a fun loser of the weekend to that referee. But a small, tiny potential loser of the weekend to the Houston Rockets. Not for anything that happened on the court, but I'm watching that Magic Rockets game on Sunday. I'm enjoying it. I'm locked in on League Pass. And they went and showed their banners hanging up in their arena. So you see the World Championship banners there, and then you see the division champions, and then you see the conference championship banner there on the side. And I'm looking at that going, what the hell's going on here? Where's the dashes? What happened to this banner? So we're like, the numbers there, 1980 to 81, that was when, that's the season they were conference champion. 85, 86, 93, 94, 94, 95. But it was so confusing at first. I'm like, what is going on here? What happened to the dashes on that conference championship banner in Houston?
You're like Dyson Daniels. Where's Dash? I don't know what else to offer, man. I don't know where the dash is.
Isn't that weird?
Put a dash on there.
Yeah. That is strange.
At first I thought, is the flag folded in such a way that we just can't see it? But I don't think so.
Looks like a straight border on the bottom.
Because look at the gap between the 2 years. It's very similar to the division champions one.
What happened?
I need somebody to research this in the Houston media. What's going on? Why are those dashes gone?
Where
Who
are
stole them? It's like the Hamburglar got them or something.
Those have been up for. That's been up for literally like 30 years.
Well, that's the other part. Yeah. Did they
20
fall
years.
off?
Well, somebody's got to know. That's what my point. Somebody has to know, has to have asked that over the last 30 years.
Amazing.
Yeah, please find out. That was really bugging
It
me.
was strange. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, those are our winners and losers. We could go into a bunch of losers being a bunch of injuries. There's so many injuries right now, which really sucks. Like OG's out for a couple weeks now. Tari Eason is out 4 to 6 weeks. John Morant exited another game, he missed the game, then he exited the game after playing like 6 or 7 minutes with a right calf soreness. I'm probably missing another couple as well.
Yeah. Neesmith out a month.
Yeah, yep. There's somebody else of note. Obviously, Brunson is missing time here, but anyway, that just always sucks. You can always put that into a loser of the weekend, the latest injuries. But let's get to tonight's pick'em game, Cass, because you're 0-10. We are more than halfway through the month. You have still not got a win.
Never in the history of No Dunks / the starter / the Basketball Jones has anyone skunked a month. I don't.
No, there's not even a chance.
Yeah, I sometimes bring it up to Danielle. We have the discussion. Oh, what's the thing you're gonna have to do at the end of this month if you lose? And I told her, if I skunk this whole month, the other guys are gonna have to do something terrible, like shave a goatee. And she was impressed. She's been more impressed having that discussion than any other discussion about winning this. So I think that the Denver Nuggets are going to take care of the Chicago Bulls tonight, who are on a back-to-back going from Utah to Denver. Oof.
Oh, that's tough.
That's tough.
Yeah.
So Denver is favored by 12.5. That's why I'm taking the Bulls to cover. And Trey's along with me for the ride. He's got Denver. So you do think that the Bulls will cover
He
that?
has to. He has to.
No, I don't.
No.
I don't. Not
I was
at all.
happy when you made this selection.
Yeah,
Like,
I
Trey's
said
got
I
it.
would take the Thunder as 1,000,000-point favorites. And this is about as close as that could possibly get. Bulls are on a 5-game losing streak.
Yeah.
They played double OT last night.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is the hardest back-to-back in the league.
Will Kobe
Utah to Denver.
Will Kobe
Yeah.
White play? Maybe not. Well,
He
Giddey
shouldn't play.
Or
Giddey just came back. Maybe he doesn't.
I'm just saying, yeah.
Tass is on a massive losing streak. The line has moved since this
Yeah,
last
it's
night.
like 14 and a half.
Oh, has it?
14 and a half.
I saw 14 and a half. Or, yeah.
I saw 14 when I
Yeah.
looked this morning, but it could have changed in the
Yeah.
past hour.
Yeah, that's why I benefit from being able to pick the game now. Because I just picked the one that I think, come on. The Bulls in a very tough situation. Denver's rolling, obviously. They've won 7 games in a row. Doing well with Christian Brown out. Peyton Watson coming in. He knows how to cut like Christian Brown. So they look good.
So you're
you never
saying,
know.
you're saying, I want to know when in this streak did you purposely start, like, basically fading your own, you know what I mean? Like, you're trying to keep the losing streak
sometime
going.
last week. Maybe
Yeah,
it
it
was
was like halfway
6
through
or
it.
7.
Yeah, that's what I thought
yeah,
too.
somewhere there.
I mean, you're good at it.
This is the first one I felt like you did it on purpose.
Oh, really?
Yep.
No.
No, there was another one.
No,
He
this is the
did-
first
He
time.
didn't take the reps.
Portland, Houston on Friday. I had no problem taking
Oh,
Portland.
yeah.
I knew that was going to be a spanker.
Yeah, it's a cup game. Yeah.
I didn't take the Raps. I took Cleveland over the Raps because I knew that the Raps weren't going to win that thing. Or excuse me, I was comfortable. That was Thursday.
getting
I was comfortable taking
This is getting
the Raptors.
confusing now. What
No,
you're
well, here we
actually
go.
picking, what you're not.
Through the last 3. Now, in the third one, Dallas. Well, I thought Dallas was going to win, actually. So it's only been the last 2.
Okay.
I took Dallas over Phoenix. That was the first game after they had fired Nico Harrison.
Yeah.
They're playing a point guard again. Good for them. I thought they were winning that game.
right.
That didn't happen.
Well, scoreboard watching tonight. Denver has to win by 13 or more for me to get the W, and obviously for Tass to keep his winless streak alive here.
Yeah, I can't catch you guys. As soon as I win a game, it's boring.
Yeah, true.
To be honest.
This is really fun. I'm enjoying how far you've gone with this. I can't believe you've lost 10 straight.
It's amazing,
Whether you
yeah.
purposely meant to or not, it doesn't
Mostly
even matter.
not.
It's basically
Mostly
a
I
coin
just
flip
stink.
anyway.
But it's this week and next week, and then somebody's got to have a goatee. Could
Yeah.
be 2 of us. Could just be me.
It's got to be you. There's no way you
No,
can do this.
and I'm fine doing it because, again, your beards are bigger and bolder,
I think you're
and you deserve it.
I want you to. I just want you to grow yours in a little bit more, if you don't mind. When you pick up your first
What do you mean, the goat
win,
part?
Yeah, your beard part. Yeah, to then give us a better goat.
Ah,
Yeah.
gotcha.
And you can grow like that, so no problem.
We can grow it.
Okay, good. Thank you. Tonight's other games of note, I guess Bucks Cavs on Peacock is a decent one. Knicks Heat, though obviously missing a bunch of guys in that one. And there's a bunch of not the greatest of looking games, but it's the NBA. You never know.
Never know.
You never know what's going to happen. That's it for us. Winners and losers of the NBA weekend, talking a little bit about Willie Green, a whole lot about John Legend and Niagara Falls as a city. You ever visited the falls? Let us know. Canadian or American side, let us know that as well. You ever rode, what's it called? Maids of Mist or something like that?
Maiden of the Mist?
Maiden
I
of the
think?
Mist? Yeah. I've never been on that.
I've
Me
only
neither.
been,
Yeah.
I think I've only been once.
To the falls.
Yeah, for like a
it is
work
pretty
permit
cool.
or no. Do
Seeing
you
them-
think part of the reason that it's not cool to go to is that neither side wants to step on any toes?
Maybe.
Yeah, we can't make the American side too cool. They got the better side of the falls over there,
Right.
Canada.
Yeah.
visually.
Oh, you're saying Niagara Falls is a city to
Yeah,
be
it's like,
kind
yeah, it's
is
like,
saying
who are
we
we?
already have the cooler part of the falls,
yeah.
so we won't make our city that great.
Yeah.
Wow, I hadn't thought of it that way.
Do you
They
think?
want to keep the focus on the falls.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that might be it.
Do you think this administration, the Gulf of America was renamed? Do you think they ever think, we should call it America Falls
America Falls, wow.
Yes. They
But
should.
their side is not as good. The American side is not as good. I say they. I'm here on that side. The American side doesn't even compare.
It doesn't
Doesn't.
compare. You haven't seen water fall until you've been in Canada, let me tell you.
But everybody just goes once.
Yeah, you go and
sees
you
it.
see it. It's cool.
That's
It's fun.
cool.
It's very powerful. Very powerful.
A lot of gallons.
That's a lot of gallons. Yeah, a lot of energy is produced for
December pick'em, go over the falls in a barrel.
sure. I'm in. That'll be the coldest month to do it.
The Maid of the Mist is very nice, apparently, though.
Let's go on it.
Take a trip.
Trip to the falls. All right, hit the like button, subscribe, 5-star ratings and reviews. We're back tomorrow. I think we're planning on doing some rookie rankings. Now that we're 1 month in, it'd be the perfect time to do it.
That's right.
And we'll recap some of tonight's games. So join us then at 10 a.m. Eastern. Until then, Clipper Bros.
You heard it here first. Have a great time. Turn up. Love you guys. Awesome.
Thanks for joining us. And remember, sometimes NBA players come back early. Like Zach Edey came back, played his first game. He was expected to be 6 to 9 weeks out for 6 to 9 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was 6 to 9 weeks way back when. So if I may be miscalculating how much of that was the preseason, but
Right.
either way, seems like players are coming back earlier. And I heard we're almost a month into the season. So that's early. That's early.
Brace the day, people.